Hello, I'm Bill Burrows. Welcome to Be the Church. A friend and follower of Jesus engages consistently in three vital conversations. That is, a disciple will have soul connecting conversations with other disciples and not yet disciples at least weekly. But the foundation of a joyful life is laid with daily life giving talks with Jesus. Every day, they invest time and energy to listen and to talk to Emmanuel, God with us. There are amazing benefits they receive as they work to develop a close relationship with the Son of God. In Colossians chapter 1, Paul describes in detail how he and Timothy talked to God about their friends in Colossae. As we think about this prayer, we can infer some powerful benefits that occur when we listen to, talk to, and obey Jesus. Let's begin. And so, from the day we heard, we have not ceased to pray for you. Just before saying this, Paul applauds their faith in Jesus and love for others. That's why Paul and Timothy are praying for them. You see, when we set aside focused time to engage with Jesus, other disciples notice and begin to synergize with the power and purpose of God. It's like a snowball rolled down a steep hill. Together, our prayers grow, come into focus, and build spiritual momentum that enables us to unify around God's will, which brings us to the next benefit. What if you always knew exactly what God wanted you to do and how and when and where He wanted you to do it? Paul and Timothy are praying that very thing. God, fill them with the knowledge of His will in all spiritual wisdom and understanding. Now, when I open my mind and listen to Jesus, I trust that He will give me all the relevant information I need at that moment. When my heart is responsive, I can work towards seeing people and circumstances from all viewpoints in order to ultimately understand God's true view perspective. When my will is contagious, I can act with wisdom based upon the spiritual knowledge and understanding given. We can live in confidence that we are being and doing what God wants if we put the work in. It's cumulative. Don't expect to be knowledgeable, to understand reality, and to act in wisdom all the time if today you invest 15 minutes in conversation with Jesus, but tomorrow you forget about it. But if you do that each day for a week, month, and then maybe even a year, you'll be well on your way to the next benefit. You can and will walk in a manner worthy of the Lord, and you can and will be fully pleasing to Him. Your life will be a series of moments that shine in the light. Jesus will be delighted with you as you interact with Him and follow His lead. But if you don't connect with Jesus daily, at least you can look forward to this. I don't need a second person for a conversation. A lot of time they just get in the way. Well, are there times when you don't need Jesus to have a conversation because He just gets in the way? If so, you'll miss out on more benefits. When you accumulate life-giving conversations with Jesus, you can and will bear fruit in every good work. When Jesus leads and we follow, our actions will produce transformational results. There's still more benefits. You can and will increase in the knowledge of God. Now, this doesn't refer to having information about God. It's about communing with the triune God, living with Him living with us. We are inviting God to enter the house of our souls, remodel the rooms, and move in and live with us. As the relationship deepens, You can and will be strengthened with all power according to His glorious might. Would you like to be empowered by and dependent on God's magnificent, infinite energy, strength, power? Now, if I think about that too long, it gets a little scary. Empowered to do what? To rule the world? To straighten my family out? Or just get up in the morning? Well, God is love, and love is patient. So you can and will have all endurance and patience. We are empowered to possess an abundance of fortitude and forbearance with every person, even our perceived enemies, and in all circumstances. When we link to Jesus, we're strengthened to hang in there for as long as it takes, or at least until you land. Don't miss the cat up there in the right-hand corner. Even in those times, you endure really tough circumstances. You can and will have joy, giving thanks to the Father who has qualified you to share in the inheritance of the saints in light. So, glorious delight and gratitude will be characteristic of your life because you know God's will, live a life worthy of Jesus, get results, are deeply connected, and empowered to endure with joy and gratitude. Also, the Father has rescued you from bankruptcy and darkness and prepared for you a rich inheritance and brought you into the light. This is my prayer for you and me, that God would enable us to have daily life-giving conversations with Jesus that result in all these benefits. Up next, Jesus teaches to pray. You can find links to all blogs about life-giving conversations with Jesus in the blog text. To join our community and keep up to date, follow us at Play Story Eat on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Please like and comment on your posts to spread the word.